Hello tubes. This is going to be a different video. It's not going to be lawnmower related. This is my my old car. This is now my son's car. It's been having a misfire, and the check engine light's been going on and off. And I was putting some new spark plugs in like a week ago, and found one of the coil packs was messed up on the number 4 cylinder, which is right about here. So I went ahead and ordered a new coil pack from Rock Auto. I'm not sponsored by Rock Auto or NGK, but this is what I got. An NGK ignition coil. That's the whatever part number was. It is made in Japan. All the plugs I use for this one is are NGK. I got it at the local AutoZone. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you do that. Essentially, what you do is you take this part off, and you can get to the coil packs and inspect them in the spark plugs. If you change the spark plugs, it's the same. You do the same process. I'm going to be changing one of the spark plug for number 4 cylinder as well, because I've already changed the rest of them. The other coil packs, this is the V6, are right here, right there, and right there. I've already replaced those. What you got to do to replace them is you have to pull this tubing out of the way. This is for your cruise control and throttle, I believe. And you got to pull it out of the way and unbolt that, and then you can get to it. So I've already changed all those. Those are the harder ones to change, but I'll show you how at least you can change how you change one plug and coil pack. I just got to wait for this to cool down. It does still run even though the coil pack's messed up. I will insert a picture of what it looks like here. Since just to reiterate, this is a 2001 Nissan Maxima. It was made in around 2000. That's what the data manufacturer says. Get these. First thing you do to get the coil pack is you get yourself. I think this is a 5/32. Yeah, the 5/32 bit. And these, you take all 4 of these off to get to the coil pack. This is your coil pack cover. Once you've gotten all the bolts off, you can take the coil pack cover off. And just be very careful, and it just pops off like that. Use your coils. The one that's messed up is that one. So you can just set this aside. And based off the year of your car, you could have 2 8mm bolts here and here, or one 10mm. This is a 10mm. I don't know if you could see it. Hang on, let me get my screwdriver to point. If you can see, no, this one you can't see. This one's cracked. I have to replace it. So first thing you do is you pop these off here. I believe you just push this in, and you push it in and it pops off. Connect the coil. Take like a flathead screwdriver or pointing device, push in this, and you'll be able to pop it off. Now take off this 10mm bolt. Yeah, I've taken off the 10mm bolt, and what you're supposed to be able to do is just pull this out. Well, as you can see, this is broken. So I'm probably gonna have to just get some needle nose pliers or something and pull out that coil pack. Let me show you what this is the coil, and then to pull out the I can't remember what that's called, but I'll be showing you what it's supposed to look like. I'll get the new one out. Are supposed to look like it's supposed to look like. I'm just looking at this. I'm not sure if this thing is the right length. It said it was for the front bank for number 4 cylinder. So we'll see. I got it out. What I used was some needle nose pliers to kind of yank it out. All that plastic's probably all hardened from being from the heat. This car was overheating at one point. I had a bad thermostat, but I was able to save it. Coil out. Now in there, you might not be, you can see that's a spark plug. I'm gonna go ahead and replace that since I already replaced all the plugs. And generally, you probably want to, if you're changing the coil, you probably should change the plug anyway. Plus, it's been the last time the plugs were changed in this, it was 2012, and it's 2019 now, almost 2020. So I'm gonna go. I got a new plug here. NGK 7090. Only use NGK or Nipodenzo in Nissans and Toyotas. Nipodenzo is really more of a Toyota thing, and NGKs are I think other stuff, but they work best in Japanese cars. The rubber thing out of the spark plug socket so I can use it later. Stick that where I'm not going to lose it. And you're going to pull this the spark plug out. In order to do that, you need a 10-inch extension, maybe an 11, or you could take a 10-inch and another one, combine them together. But make sure your longest one is the one that goes in there, because you don't want it to separate while it's down in there. Socket out. Let me get the spark plug out. Put the little rubber thing back in. There are some more professional tools that have they're magnetic. This is just well, believe it or not, is a hyper tough toolkit that I bought just to keep in the car. It came with a spark plug socket. It came with the other size. So, and with the rubber thing in there, it comes out. This is, let me see if I get it to focus. So it looks like. Anyway, gonna put a new one in. These are, I believe, are gapped at 43 thousandths, or 0.43 or 0.043 or something like that. So the spark plugs may not be pre-gapped. I'll go ahead and check. I've got the spark plug in there now. I don't know what the torque specs in here, but do not force it, because you do not want to strip it, because you don't want to have to cut new threads way down in there. So now that got the spark plug in, time to put the coil in. It's over here, and I'll show you how to do that. It's really easy. You literally take it out of the bag, plug the wire in, and bolt that down. Okay. To put the new coil pack in, just the spark plug's already in there. You just take it and drop it down in. Not literally drop it, and you push it in. It's now seated on the spark plug. You plug it in, tighten it down. Or actually, you push it down in, you tighten it down, and then you attach the plug, then put the coil cover on. Here's the finished product. You just you just push that, push it in till it snaps. Let me see if I can get this there. There. And then you just put the coil cover back on and go for a test drive. As you can see, it started running. So I'm gonna go for a test drive now. Hopefully this is gonna be will fix the problem. I don't have any scanner. I was just checking everything I could think of. Later, tubes.